Ryan Casey. Give it up, everybody. Yeah.
Santa candle. You're on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Alright, settle down, people.
Oh, sorry. Yes, but
That's what's hot on the streets.
Battery, what? No. Wait a minute. This thing. Yeah, no, there. Yep. Alright, there we go.
yes.
Oh, then I can't see the Everyone alright? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Cool. How's it going? Riley?
Hey there.
Thank you. I got it from the file in the back. How's it fitting? Did it look alright?
Superb. Succulent.
Santa in college years, that's what Jay called me. Santa the post-grad years. To be fair, I got a beard. I hate wasting food, and I hate spilled food, and sometimes people around this town are too drunk and they spill food. And then I see it on a Sunday morning and I wonder what the story is. Who lost this jar of queso dip? Scattered on the street. Is this anyone's queso dip? Is anyone claiming this? Can anyone bring me some chips, please, or call somebody with chips? I'm gonna eat some of it. I think it's cold outside. It's like a refrigerator out here. A little bit of it. I think it's still good. I'm gonna eat some of it. It's got glass in it. It's got glass. I'm just gonna spit the pieces of glass out and still try to eat it a little bit. No, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Somebody drop some Cheese Whiz here. I saw a side of marinara sauce. Somewhere someone's just stuck with breadsticks. Nothing to dip them in. You didn't get pizza, that was your mistake. It's got all the stuff. The technology's there, fucking use it. Use the pizza. Your sauce, cheese, bread, already flat and stuck together. It's amazing. And that's where it stops, Pizza Hut. Just calm down. Let it just be pizza. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a real little kid, because it used to be cool. But then it stopped being cool. Like when you were on Double Dare and you completed the physical challenge and you got the orange flag out of the yak in the like giant ear. What did you win? You won a fucking trip to space camp. That was the pinnacle of what you could achieve as a child. As a kid that went to space camp.
Yeah.
They even made Space Camp the movie, which is pretty terrible. I think it's bad. It's been a while. I haven't seen it since I was 5. But I remember that they accidentally got on a space shuttle and accidentally ended up going to space. Fucking bonus prize. That's what I say. How does that happen in the 80s during the Cold War? We're racing the Russians to space! That's where we're gonna race them to. That's how we solve our problems in the 80s. We just try to fly farther. Nah. Why don't we do that anymore? Why don't we race whatever? What Middle Eastern country are we fighting now? Does anyone know? Does anyone have Syria and those guys.
Australia, I think.
We could beat them. We've already been there. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's race them. Race to space. Head start. I know. We've already been there. We got shit up there. It wasn't cool for a long time because they did the shuttle thing. It's like fucking watching reruns. You're like, yeah, I get. They should have painted them different colors or something. I've seen it already. It goes up and then it comes back down and then it's starting to get cool again. NASA started to ramp things up. Like a few years ago, they tried to hit the moon just to see if they could still do it. Yeah, pretty sure we can still do it. We put a guy on it. Maybe we can hit it with a missile. Like, yeah, it's not impressing anyone. NASA, it's the nearest thing. It's right there. Of course, you can fucking hit it. Like, they used to have a huge mission control room full of people. Now there's like 6 people sharing like one monitor. Someone's Facebooking on this side. Missile command on this side. No, that's the program they're trying to hit the moon with. Then they sent the robot. They sent the robot to go really nice pictures of Mars. Fuck pictures. Send people there. Put people in those pictures. Send me some holiday snaps from Mars. Fucking why aren't we sending people there? We have people. A lot of people. Send some of them to Mars. Well, what if they die? Who gives a fuck? They're gonna die here. Let them die having an adventure. I'm trying to get to Mars. Why are we doing that all the time? Just shooting people. That's the one thing. We're running out of room and stuff and food and water or whatever. We're not running out of fucking people for sure. That is the one thing we have a lot of. So shove them all in ships and just start shooting them into space and maybe they'll hit something someday. Freeze them like the popsicle people like in the Alien movies. And just shoot them out there like a tree, like shedding. What's the tree with a little helicopter seed? Is that a maple tree? Oak tree? Oak tree? Maple. Like that. Just send millions of people into space. Most of them will die. Maybe one of them will land on a planet that's nice. And then maybe we'll be okay. Because they're just going to die here anyway. So will we. I would rather die in space. That's for sure. I don't know if that's for sure. I'll take that last statement back. I like Madison. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, which is a nice place, but it used to be the capital of racism and slavery and the Confederacy and all those like horrible things. I had a friend who lived on like a plantation property. It's not like there's no farm or anything. It's just a big ass house on like with like a garden and like a hedge maze. And he lived, and they turned what were the slave quarters into like apartments for people, and you could rent them as an apartment and live there. It was like a little like a cabin, and they would like knock a little bit off the rent if you helped them with the yard work. I'm not making that up. It was a nice place for one guy. So probably had a few more people in there. Most of the people in Richmond are racist. It's not really racist. Most of the racist people are like your friend's grandparents. You tell them where you live downtown. They're like, oh, that's Blacktown. I'm like, oh, you're still racist. That's adorable. But you want a t-shirt. I'm going to die someday soon, and then we can move on, and everything will be better. Just take time for all those racist people to die. They will. Send those assholes into space. You know what I mean? Let them start a racist planet somewhere. Be racist against whatever aliens they find. That's why hillbillies are racist. They live on a hill. There's no one else there, and you can't find someone who's not related to them to have sex with, so hating people that don't look like them is easy. Because if you live in a city, like if you live in Richmond, it's hard to be racist because there's so many black people. It's like, ruined my day. Like I had to go do laundry, but now everyone looks different than me. I gotta sit down and hate them. Shit. She gonna send it from the 7-Eleven. Some Sierra Mist. Sierra Mist is the official soft drink of committed bigots. Thank you for laughing at that. Yeah, when we were kids, we would explore the creek that we lived. There was like it wasn't even a real creek. It was like a drainage ditch because we have clay in Virginia. So everyone has a drainage ditch, and it's like concrete. And then eventually it goes. It just to get rainwater away. It's disgusting. But we would like run through it and like catch crayfish and step on the crayfish and build a dam. And then we would be like swimming in this drainage water till like a parent came out was like, "No, what are you doing? You're gonna get so many diseases or something." It's all runoff water. But we would just like explore it as far because when we were a kid, you could just go and your parents don't give a fuck. You're out of the house, they're happy that you're gone for like as long as you make it back sometime. The next day, whatever, you spend the night. Who cares? You show up eventually. So we would just follow train tracks for miles, or we'd follow this creek. And they're like, "Oh, there's a scary guy's house, his dog barks, ooh, we gotta get past that. Oh, that's where there's a grave in the woods, and it's a mystery, we're gonna solve whose grave is it? I don't know, maybe the person whose name is on the fucking grave." Years, it's, what's in that abandoned house over there? A fucking hobo, that's what's in there. Basically, my childhood was like a really boring Stephen King novel. Nothing is really haunted, but we just really hoped it would be. What's in this crazy tunnel? I don't know, it just goes under the fucking road. To the other side of the road. Calm down. I don't know, we would be destructive though. We would kill little bugs. You know, you gotta do that, I think. Kids these days, they just jump the gun straight to like guns. They start shooting. You need to like kill some bugs, like maybe get a BB gun and shoot a little bird, and it doesn't die right away, so you have to like keep shooting it, and it's like still like flapping, so you have to like reload it and like keep shooting it more, and you gotta go down, and finally stops, and you go down and you bury it and you cry and cry and cry, and you never shoot anything ever again. And then you need to do that to a bird, not a person. Get that out of your system. I know everyone hunting except doesn't kill a bird. I don't even set fires. Kids just set fires. Set a fire. We would set fires in the park just to like make the maintenance guys have to go put it out or something. Control fires. Actually, no. One time I set like a creek bed on fire, like behind a shopping mall, like a strip mall. And fire trucks came and everything. It was like, I don't even know. I think we just looked at it funny and it lit on fire. It was like this huge dry creek red. And we just watched from my friend's like parents' apartment. His apartment. He still lived there. We were like 13. No one died. It was okay. That's what you gotta do. Burn shit down. Burn that abandoned house down. Is there a hope woman? You don't know. That's the fun. It's a game. You would go and hunt lightning bugs. In the neighborhood, we would hunt them to extinction. We would go out at dusk. It's not day anymore, but it's not totally dark. But you couldn't really see you could only see the flash. So we would go out armed with like badminton rackets and football bats, and we would stalk it like a little radar. Cream it! Glowing parts would go spraying because once they're dead, their guts stay glowing and it'll be stuck to the bat. And you take off the bat, you rub it on your face, like war paint. You're going to a Lord of the Flies rave. That's how you live your fucking childhood. Yeah! Killing things that are smaller than you, that aren't people. The suburbs used to be cool, and then they knocked everything down and put a lot of stores in, like Lowe's and Home Depot across the street from the Circuit City, across the street from Best Buy. And they wondered why some of them had to close. they built all these stores and they displaced this owl. And it was this huge owl, and they knocked its house down. So it went to live in the park next to my neighborhood. And it just terrorized people, and they couldn't get rid of it. The maintenance guys like shot fireworks at it, like that genius plan. Just shoot fireworks at the giant bird, like huge. And it just made it angrier. And it attacked my mom. My mom was walking my dog, and it swooped at her, and it tried to get her eyeball. It clawed right in her face. It didn't get her eye, but it got her like right there. And she got in the newspaper for it. She was just sitting there. I didn't even know it. And she came back later. She's like, I got attacked by an owl. She was like, I was just sitting on the side of the street in the half scene. And I was like, holy shit, I'm glad I wasn't there. Because I wouldn't have known what to do at all as a young kid. And so then I had to walk the dog. So I had to take the dog, and I knew that the owl was going to be there. And I was walking the dogs through the trail, and one dog goes way ahead of me, and the other dog's way, way behind. Because that's how they did it, just to piss me off. And I came around to a curve, and this woman is screaming her ass off. Ah! And she's running, and her husband's like behind her laughing, like, I've never seen you run that fast. She's running in terror for her life because she's seen the owl. And then I continue on, and I see it, and there's one big branch right across the jogging path, right near one of those little exercise, you know, it's a piece of wood, and you just. That's an exercise thing. And there the big branch, and there's the owl like guarding the path. I'm guarding the path, and there's an old guy with a cane and a plaid shirt tucked in, skinny old guy, big hat, and like a Colt 45, and he's just berating the owl, like, fucking owl! Get the fuck out of here! Oh, shouldn't be here. Like, you should leave that owl alone, it's huge. And he's like, I've got a gun, a 38 in my pocket, I will shoot that owl. And I was like, wait till I'm gone. And so I walk underneath it, and all of a sudden I hear, and it's lifting off, and I look back and I see its wingspans like this big. And so I scoop one dog, they're both little dogs, I scoop them up and I just run like it's the beginning of MASH, like, and it just swoops right over me. And I run with the dogs and I run to safety, and I don't know what happened between the owl and the old man, we'll call him Earl, but I like to think they got in some sort of epic battle where like he tried to shoot but he missed, and then the owl knocked the gun with its talons like into the cedar chips over here by the exercise area, and he swung his cane, but the bird did like a wing deflect, and then it grabbed him by his suspenders and lifted him and carried him to the owl colony to a mountaintop where they battled for days and days and eventually gained a mutual respect for each other and lived out, because he didn't know where he was. They were at the owl colony, so that's where they lived, and he became king of the owls. He was very old, and his reign only lasted about 5 years, and that's the story of Earl, King of the Owls. And thank you, I'm done. Sorry, Marty.